Good afternoon everybody, welcome to this week's Tillers Turf Talk. Hope you're all keeping really well. Now I had planned this week to bring the video on the visit of 47 Australian turf professionals, and they're all over here on a study tour with Lawn Solutions Australia, and they've been visiting many sporting venues around the country, and also we're hosting them at Tillers for a couple of days. So we've got a bit of an event, we've got some exhibitors coming, so we've got some great kit we're going to look at, and quite simply, we had such a fabulous 2 days. I've made too many videos to even think about editing before Friday, so we're going to put that on the back burner till next week, but it'll be well worth waiting for, so please tune in then and you can see what we all got up to, what a great time we had networking and looking at all the fantastic kit that's available to turf growers, not just in the UK but worldwide. So it was a fabulous time. So this week we're going to take a bit of a throwback to one of our earlier episodes that many of our newer subscribers won't have seen perhaps, and that's regarding the subject of irrigation. And it's an interesting subject at the moment because this year we've hardly done any, which, considering we're in the beginning of June, is quite incredible, but that just tells us just how bad the weather's really been. And before we take a look at the video, I just want to point out this reel behind me, and I don't know whether you can see on top up here, it says celebrating the purchase of the 25th machine. So this is our 25th Jones irrigation reel, and they've been fantastically reliable, hence the reason we've bought 25 of them. So they're performing great, you're going to see them in the video, so I won't carry on any longer. Sit back, enjoy the throwback to, I think it's about episode 17, and we look forward to bringing you the Australian video next week. Morning everybody, welcome to this week's Tillers Turf Talk. Hope everyone's keeping well. So lovely sunny day here, we're heading for the hottest day of the year so far with temperatures approaching 30 degrees. So irrigation, very important, so we thought what a great subject, what a great time to talk about it. You may be able to hear just in the background at the moment one of the pumps humming away, running one of our multitude of sprinklers here. So we're on really light sandy soils at Tillers, we're a big site, therefore water resource really important. So where does all the water come from? Well, we're very fortunate here, we're actually sort of based in the Trent Valley, so that's the River Trent, so huge river, lots of water resource. But with the Trent so close, we get a nice high water table here. So basically we dig a hole, it fills up with water. So as you can see behind me, this is one of our sort of multitude of irrigation lagoons. And as the water level goes down, it will naturally recharge from the groundwater below and refill the ponds for us. So obviously it's all done under licence, obviously in connection with the EA and all the other sort of bodies, authorities regarding sort of irrigation and water supply. So also we can extract water from one or two of the local water courses, and they're sort of fed off the River Trent too, so we've got a fairly good supply of water here. And if the River Trent ever dries up, well, we've really got a problem. So what happens to the water when we irrigate then? Well, quite simple really. The water is extracted from the pond, goes through the irrigation system, onto the field, then obviously makes its way back down into the groundwater. So it's a fully sort of recyclable, sustainable sort of source of water. So it keeps everybody happy, especially the grass. Okay, so we've learned a little bit about where all the water comes from for all the turf here at Tillers. So then we have to think about how we're going to get the water from the pond or the other sort of water resource out to the field itself. Well, this involves miles and miles and miles of pipeline. This can be underground, it can be overground, it can be lay flat pipes. Probably in excess of 25-30 kilometres of pipeline laid out at the moment. Now we are a big site, you know, we're just over 2,000 acres, we're in 120 odd fields. So if we look behind me, you see the irrigator going here at the moment. Well, actually on site at the moment we have 26 of these running, operated by 18 individual pumps, so it really is a round the clock full-time operation. So we have 2 guys on the farm at the moment. They'll be in early, home late, pulling reels, moving things around, making sure that everything gets sufficient water to survive. So you may be able to see here down the middle of this field where it had some irrigation yesterday. You can see where it's already greening up. So the sprinkler's doing a great job, water doing a great job, happy turf. So of course it's not just the grass turf that requires the water in these hot temperatures we're experiencing at the moment, but also our wildflower turf products. So we'll just have a quick ride up here and we'll just check that the sprinklers are on at the moment, everything's operating, functioning properly. So we spoke earlier about the sheer volume of pipe work, the sprinklers, the the reels and everything we use on the grass turf. But on the wildflower turf we have somewhere around about 10 kilometres of pipeline in, over 1,000 overhead sprinklers. So there's obviously a day-to-day checkups, day-to-day maintenance. You know, Kylie and Laura, they'll go around, they'll check the nozzles are all working, they'll check that the seals are not broken, and some people call it irritation for that very reason, but as long as we maintain the system, we look after it, it's never a problem. But all functioning great, all functioning properly, doing a great job. So I hope that's given you an insight into some of the day-to-day sort of irrigation that goes on at tillers here. So it is a well-managed, you know, well-oiled machine now. You know, the guys all know what they're doing, tremendous teamwork on the maintenance of the equipment, the pulling out. Everybody pulls together this time of year. It's incredibly challenging. So everybody knows what they're doing, and with all the ongoing maintenance that we do, we're making sure we're irrigation, not irritation, as we mentioned earlier. So things are functioning, going very, very well at the moment, and the grass is absolutely benefiting fantastically. So I just really want to finish off by saying that obviously if you've laid some turf in the last sort of week or two, or if you're laying any this weekend at all, you know, make sure you get plenty of water on. The ground's going to be very dry as well as the turf when you put it down, so lots and lots of water. Make sure you give it the best chance you possibly can. So just to finish off, have a great weekend whatever you're doing. Continue to subscribe to the channel, to like, to retweet, to share with your friends, and we look forward to catching up with you next week. Take care everyone.